Hey everybody, welcome back to Troy's Hobbies. Today on the channel we're going to be working on the bench with one of our Losi LMTs. We're going to be doing the long wheelbase conversion kit. To do this, you simply need some Losi drive shafts, the long wheelbase drive shafts from the Losi Mega Truck, either King Sling or Bog Hog. And then you need the upper and lower 4-link bars with the 4-link kit. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you a couple of other little modifications that I'm going to be doing to my racing truck. Alright you guys, so the first part of this process is going to be pretty simple. The first thing you're going to want to do is assemble your 4 links. So we'll just get them out of the bag. Boom, get them out of this. We'll have all 4 links here. Brand new rod ends. Good rod ends on these things. Right. And then we have our little threaded rods that go in here. And then we also have our pivot balls that go into the ends of this. So let's go ahead and get those open. Everything right there. Ooh, almost lost one. Alright, so put all that over there on the garbage side. So this is a tool you might need if you're going to do this project, to put in the these little guys, the little chrome guys into these rod ends. You can use regular needle nose pliers. I've done that plenty of times too. It works. You just kind of have to be careful of damaging the ends of those, so just be careful with it. But I've got this tool here, so it'll make the process pretty simple. Other than that, whenever you're threading one of these into your truck, make sure you go in with the actual hex end and thread it down. Use a little bit of blue Loctite, but don't use very much. What I've run into in the past is if I've over thread locked these in the past, I'll snap them off in this rod. They'll get snapped off right in there, and then you can't get them out unless you like drill it out or extract it. And I've damaged a few of these that way. So make sure you use some thread lock, but don't go crazy with it on these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these assembled real quick, and we'll be back with the next step of the process. Alright, so we got the lower 4 links done. So they are going to extend the wheelbase quite a bit. It's going to be quite a long truck after this. It'll be quite interesting to see how it looks when I'm all finished up. The next thing we have to do is the upper 4 links, which is the exact same process as these. I'm not going to show that on camera because it's exactly the same as what we just did with this. And then we're going to move on to the drive shafts. So that's going to require a little bit of work, but we'll get into that after we get these upper drive shaft or the upper 4 links finished up. Alright you guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step of the process. We're just going to go ahead and start disassembling the suspension of the truck. We're going to start on the front of the truck first. I've got to remove the wheels and tires, upper links, lower links, and the drive shafts. I have to remove the drive shafts before I assemble the new ones, because I'm going to have to remove the yokes and put them on these. So we'll have to disassemble the truck first, and then we'll assemble the drive shafts. All right, everybody, I'm about halfway done with the build here. I got the whole front of the truck done. That's the most challenging part, is the front of the truck, dealing with that and the servo. But everything clears fine. It all looks good. I didn't lose any travel, but I wanted to show you guys the mod I'm gonna do with my truck. So this is something I wouldn't recommend if you guys are gonna bash or freestyle with the truck. But if you guys are racing, you can actually move the shocks up one notch. So this is actually, if I can get you in here, these are actually up one notch from where they would be stock. Stock, these go into the first and second hole. On this, now I just have it in the upper hole, and then the upper part of the shock mount goes above the actual frame of the car. The body will sit on the post above it, so there shouldn't be any clearance problems. And what it will do essentially is lower your ride height a little bit and bring your center of gravity down without having to do any kind of limit straps or anything like that. And it doesn't really compromise the strength of the chassis too much. Now, if you're going to go out and heavy bash with it, it will kind of leave a bit of a weak point. But realistically, if you're going to go out and use it as a racing truck, anything you can do to bring the center of gravity down is going to help you out. So it's definitely longer. It's about an inch longer in the front than in the back now. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. I'm going to do all that off camera since I've already shown you the process. But before we do that, let me cut over and show you guys what to do with these drive shafts. All right, you guys, let's take a second and do these new drive shafts. So the process is actually pretty simple. You have your old drive shaft here, and the new yokes right here are the shafts. So basically what you want to do is you just want to simply pull it apart, and you're going to match one end to the other. So the splined end will go with the splined yoke, and the rounded end will go with the rounded yoke. So basically all you do is you take your 2.5 millimeter and you go down this, and there's actually a screw down here that you'll undo. All right, so whenever you put it back together, you want to make sure you use some thread lock in there because it does thread into metal. So you take that out, and there's a 2.5 millimeter hex wrench that comes out, and these simply pull off, right? Pretty easy. And they are D-shaped. So if you look, there's actually a flat spot on the top here that will prevent you from phasing or clocking your drive shafts the wrong way. So basically this dummy proofs your drive shafts for you, which is pretty nice. I like that as a design. They simply go together, kind of press it a little bit, get your blue thread lock on the bolt. Boom. Now we will go down the new drive shaft and tighten this bad boy in, and it'll pull itself flush as you tighten it down. So if you see a little gap whenever you first put it together, it's no big deal. As you tighten it, it'll take care of itself. Get yourself nice and snug. There you go. That's it. All right, so that's part one. This one, sometimes you have to pry them off a little bit, which is no big deal. Like this one here, you'll have to pry a little bit. Just give her a little, oh wait, we didn't unloosen it. Yep. My bad. That was my fault. Didn't loosen it first. Those over there for spares. All right, get your screw out of there. Add a thread lock, like you always have. Made a little mess. Oh, there we go. That one came off. It was a little bit tougher, but still came off pretty easily. Again, D-shaped pattern on there. So you want to look for the flat spots and line them up. And then they'll just go right in together. Just like so. And you take your screw, and just like the other side, screw it in. And that's it, guys. Then you just simply reinstall it into the truck. There you go. And that's it, you guys. You just then, at that point, just put it back together and you have your longer drive shaft. That's as simple as it is. So I'll go ahead and cut over and we'll go ahead and button up the rest of the truck and we'll finish up the video there. Well, all right, everybody. That is the finished product. This is the Losi LMT stock wheelbase to long wheelbase conversion kit. With a couple little modifications I did. Again, I raised the upper shock mounts up 1 notch and moved them forward for the extended wheelbase. Did that on the front and the rear. Mounted all the body, mounted everything up. Looks really, really nice. The other little special thing I did was I added this custom bumper that I just did. I just simply took a bumper from an old Traxxas Stampede and just fitted it with some stainless steel screws and fit the body straight through, and it works perfectly as a wheelie bar, so it should keep me off the roof if I ever go over backwards. But that's going to be it for today, you guys. We're just going to go ahead and jump over and I'll give you guys my final words. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. Just wanted to say thanks for watching. That's going to do it for the Losi LMT long wheelbase conversion. It extends the truck by about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Adds a little bit of ground stability and should perform really, really well for racing. So just want to say thanks for you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Give it a thumbs up if you like the channel. We do have our season opener test and tune coming up December 18th in Westminster, Colorado at Hobbytown. I'll have a little graphic on the screen for that. We're going to start doing our winter series there. So if you guys want to get involved with the Colorado RC Monster Truck Challenge, find us on all of our social media. We have Troy's Hobbies RC, which is on Facebook and Instagram. And then we have troyshobbies.com, which has all of our official rules and all of our event information and things like that. So I just want to say thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Peace.